Well, this is a great turnout, and when you realize that there, I think, is another room, and I saw people outside as we were coming in, leads me to believe that I have a hunch who's going to carry Florida. Now, obviously, I'm here to talk with you about Donald Trump and the presidency, but I was talking to our folks in the media back there. Okay. All right, so you don't like them quite as much as you like Donald. I get it. But they asked me a very, very good, serious question. And so I thought I would take a minute or two to talk at a very serious level as a former Speaker of the House, member of the Defense Policy Board, and somebody who is really concerned about safety and survival in America. We just saw today Secretary Clinton Okay. All right, so I'm guessing, based on the noise level, that you like her even less than the media. But let me try to go beyond just politics to talk about national security and our survival and Secretary Clinton's comments today. Now, we've had attacks in New Jersey and New York, apparently from the same person, and an attack in Minnesota from a different person. And of course, initially we were reassured that we had no proof that New York was a terrorist. And we weren't quite sure that the incident in Minnesota was a terrorist, although it was pretty obvious. But Secretary Clinton decided, this is what makes it frankly weird, in exactly the same pattern that she used about Benghazi, she decided the problem wasn't Islamic supremacists, the problem wasn't ISIS, the problem wasn't international terrorists who want to destroy our civilization. No, she held a press conference today, or made a press statement because she doesn't do press conferences. Well, look, let's be fair. It is very difficult to have a press conference if you have as many different examples of dishonesty, corruption, and error as Hillary Clinton. So she just doesn't have them in hopes that her friends in the media will not quite notice. So today she came out and she had a statement. She had figured out what was behind the knife attack in Minnesota and what was behind what we now agree are bombings, even though the news media attacked Trump for saying they were bombings, because after all, when a bomb goes off, it's called a bomb. And so if you see a bomb go off, you're allowed to say it's a bomb, even if CNN edits it so it doesn't say it's a bomb, it's still a bomb. So once again, you had Donald Trump telling the truth and describing a bomb as though it were a bomb, which of course to the elite media was an enormous shock. And then he described terrorism as though it was terrorism. At this point, some people were contemplating heart attacks. But Hillary Clinton cut right through. She channeled the lies she told back in Benghazi, which, remember, she told the mother of a dead soldier was in fact caused by a film, even though she knew that was a total lie. And ask yourself, how cold and heartless do you have to be to lie to a mother about the death of her son? So Secretary Clinton came out today and she said, the cause is clear. It's Donald Trump. Now think about this. We have been at war with radical Islamists since the Ayatollah Khomeini took over Iran in 1979, seized the American embassy, and held our hostages. We had bombings in the 1980s. We had bombings in the 1990s. We've been involved in a long war for 15 years, but Hillary Clinton has figured it out. Donald Trump apparently magically in 1979, without realizing it, launched the terrorist war. In 1979, he wasn't even in business in Manhattan yet, but he was so precocious as a young man, so filled with talent, that apparently all of this is due to him. Now, do you know how deranged you have to be to say this with a straight face? Meanwhile, the White House reassured us that we're in a competition between two narratives. Now again, do you know how out of touch with reality you have to be to reduce the knifing of innocent people, bombings which wounded, I think, 29 people, to two narratives? And the question we have to say to our liberal friends is, no, this isn't a fight between narratives. This is a life and death struggle with extremists who would destroy us, and we have to be strong enough to defend America and do what it takes to be safe. So, once again, now you did hear that politically incorrect chant. There are people over here apparently who think it's still okay to say USA. You see, that's how you know it's a Trump rally. So let's be very clear. As you go back home later on, you talk to your friends, as you get on email or Twitter or Facebook, and you communicate with your relatives and your friends around the country. We are in an election struggle between a First Lady, U.S. Senator, Secretary of State, who is totally out of touch with reality, and whose policies put America at risk, and a remarkable entrepreneurial leader who has come out of nowhere in a way which is absolutely, historically unimaginable. I mean, I'm a historian. I've written books about it. I've taught it. No one in American history has organized a popular movement on this scale, has done so in 1 year, and has done so without ever running for office. So, in a minute, you're going to hear from someone who I believe can genuinely change history, can literally help create jobs once again, can literally help reform Washington, can break up the rigged game which has cheated most of us on behalf of the few, can eliminate the corruption which has come to characterize so much of our political class. And I believe he's somebody who at the bottom of his heart decided to do this because he really believes the country he loves is in trouble. thank you all for allowing me to come and spend a few moments with you.